Right then. So last we played, we had an interesting session. So we followed on from when Negan had managed to decapitate Blackwood after he managed to infiltrate the Trollskull Manor. Disguised as Sildar, his plan was foiled. He managed to see through the ruse and then gave chase. Capturing him, getting him back to Trollskull, and also alerting the Magister that you'd actually got Blackwood. Negan then had a good chat with him, decided that justice must be served, and taking his axes, he took his head, which left you in a bit of a predicament with the Lord arriving. So there was a bit of a clean-up and a bit of a conflab in terms of what you wanted to do and getting your story straight before Magister Umbero Zastro shows up. Not Umbro, that's a sportswear. Showed up, and then you started to say that you'd obviously met Blackwood and that he'd managed to make an escape. When the Magister leaves, you then decide that you're going to start reaching out to various networks that you've got, mainly Tavis going over to the Yawning Portal, which you did. Morthos and Isla stayed behind to consider Waterdeep in terms of potential areas which would allow you to set a trap and an ambush for the Castellantas prior to the party. At the Yawning Portal, you met a very interesting gnome, Fronica, who was a member of Force Grey, which is an elite part of the Grey Hands, an adventuring groups of adventurers that align with the Grey Hands, who said that they would, with a bit of an info dump from Tavis, said that they would go away and try and gain some sort of support or see what they could find out about the Castellana party. You also seen in there that there's an older guy, quite large, who was in amongst a game of cards that you'd also seen early on in the adventure at the Hanging Lantern, where Thorin, having introduced the party to his home brew, also bought him a drink, and there was a little bit of a cryptic sort of back and forth, really, of without really anything coming of it. And then you head back to the tavern, where you then sit down and you start to put a plan together around the next steps, what you're going to do the next day, which is the day of the party, how you sort of see it playing out, roles and various things like that, before making the decision to begin to head off to bed and gain some rest before the coming day. Right, anyone got anything they want to add to that? I'm going to take a deep breath. This is nervous times.
Are you always hoping, when you say, has anyone got anything that they want to add, are you always hoping that we don't have anything to add?
No, if there's anything that I've missed, if there's anything that you feel that is important, if there's anything that you've put in your notes that you'd like to raise with the group, that's the time to do it, in my mind. No, I'm all for people adding stuff that I may have glanced over or...
All good.
Okay. Everyone happy? Okay, so yeah, the end of it all, just drawing in that conversation is that you're You've spoken to Frederick around your desires for breakfast in the morning, and you've announced that you're going to go and get some rest.
Yep.
Everyone else is sat in the tavern. What do you guys want to do?
What we where we put his body? Sorry, Blackwood.
It's in the cellar.
In the cellar,
In the-
behind the piece of wood.
Can I go check his body to see if he had any? Did anyone check his body?
I did, yeah. Negan, I checked what he had. He had the armor on, and he had the Lord's Alliance book, which I think belonged to Sildar, which I gave you, I think. And that was all he had. It was like he came. Yeah, he wasn't. He came disguised as Sildar as best he could, so he didn't have anything else on him. I gave him a pretty good pat down. You can, by all means, check again. But
Did the book have anything of that would stand out if I flick through it?
when I had a look, it looked like kind of like. I've not been a member of the Lord's Alliance, but it kind of looked to me like your Lord's Alliance handbook, so to say. And that was his copy of it. I didn't have much time to inspect it though, so feel free.
If I look through it, DM, is there anything that I'd see?
No, you see things about. There'd be general history about the Lord's Alliance that was in there. There would be a code of conduct, would be in there as well. There'd also be things like where you can offer support, where you can't offer support, what you're asking for in return. And this is all around people who are on the ground. The likes of Sildar would be more hands-on, and it also ranges into things where it's sort of in general as well for the actual organisation itself. So in terms of friendly cities that are around, where there would be where it would be hospitable to go, if you like, where there'd be safe houses and things like that. There'd be all that sort of stuff in it. So it's a real manual for those that were involved in it.
Do I get the thing that this is actually Sildar's book?
Roll an insight check.
First roll night.
Natural 20.
Boom.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've known Sildar since Falandin. The armor that was wearing was pretty convincing, and also didn't change with the illusion of Sildar changing into Blackwood. With this being on his possession as well, yeah, you pretty certain it's Sildar's book.
And then thinking back to the conversation I was having with Blackwood, where he said obviously he screamed, then in my mind I'm starting to think that obviously something's happened to Sildar. Okay. I put the book back in my jacket, and just start finishing off my drink before I think I need to go upstairs and try and rest.
Okay.
Okay. I think before, so there's me, Negan, Thorin, and Morphos downstairs. and Isla's gone to bed. I'm gonna say, okay, guys. So we've got this rough plan. It involves me kind of looking like Blackwood tomorrow and trying that out. I've got just about enough in me to give that a go tonight. And try and I haven't actually used this sort of magical ability very much before, so I want to try it now. And you guys can just, if you're okay with it, especially like Negan, I don't want this to be like triggering. I don't want an axe through my head in the next few minutes. But if I kind of try and do this, you can just let me know if it looks like like how it is, how on point it is, or whatever. And I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself with a view to making me look like Blackwood, but he's been in a bit of a fight and he's got a visible sort of bruise or cut rasp around his neck, which would explain some discrepancy in vocal pattern. So I just want to cast that on myself in front of these and just see, this is just further preparation for the plan tomorrow. Just might as well give it a dry run. So I cast Disguise Self and try and make myself look like the guy that I just saw die before me a few hours ago, and a bit of a beat up version of him, and see. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So are you changing your clothing with the spell? Are you just changing your face?
I would change. What can I change? Yeah, my clothing, armor, anything on my person, and I would change it to look as close as I could to the Blackwood or the Sildar that walked in here.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that. You can alter, and you just change in front of Negan and Thorin, Morthos.
Let me just retcon that. Not the Sildar that walked in. Once that image of Sildar faded and he was Blackwood, but in Sildar's armor, that version of Blackwood.
Yeah, so he's beaten up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a bit extra around the throat, because I want to throw on the voice then.
Yeah, just make a performance check with advantage, just because you're not mimicking, you're adding to it.
Natural 20 or 22.
Yeah. So yeah, you can. You're looking at Blackwood's sort of moments before Negan took his axes to him.
So I'd just say, I think this is what I can do. This is how he's going to turn up tomorrow to the Castlanters. Do you think they'll be convinced?
No.
I'm kind of slightly looking at Negan and possibly edging away.
Is he? So I'm guessing like his height is exactly the same as well. Like he's actually changed into.
There wouldn't have been that much difference. So there can be, as part of the illusion, there can be a slight change in height.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see that quite scarily accurate, really, how Tavis now looks as Blackwood or as Sildar.
I sort of say, well, you've got that down to a T, Tavis.
So just to clarify then, so you look like Blackwood just before he was killed. That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, I want to look like Blackwood in Sildar's clothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sort of say to Tavis, how long can you hold that for?
I can keep this going for about an hour.
So there is a time schedule for it for as soon as you change.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to turn up at their place in a coach or and then change at the last minute, and then I've got an hour to pull it off. But my plan is, or the plan as we discussed, is for me to do that kind of all panicky and all rushed. So I'm not going to walk in there and say, so this happened, and maybe this is the next. I'm just going to go in there, all in like phrased, almost as if I'm in trouble, like I'm bleeding out almost, and just be like, we need to go now. If you want your money, we need to go now, and follow me. And then I'm just gonna leg it, like I've lost all, like I'm on the edge really.
What if they ask you who attacked?
I'll say it was those fucking assholes from Troll Skull Manor. They've been snooping around in the business for fucking too long, and I've found them. They've got our fucking money. Let's go. That's how I'm gonna kind of lay it on. They'll either go for it or they won't. And if they don't, I'm gonna have Thorin on hand, literally, to kind of get me out of dodge. I can send a message to you guys. As long as we make sure we've got our sending stones lined up right, and yeah, it's a gamble, but what isn't?
And
Yeah. Well,
if they go for it, then what?
If they go for it, as discussed, we lead them. Well, I mean, depending how the conversation in the morning with Sword goes, we lead them down there. We kind of subdue them, get them to a point where they realise fighting their way out is not the option, and we can have a conversation and try and figure out what we can do about Asmodeus, their deal, this whole situation. Try and save these 99 souls. Once, hopefully, we can get them to realise that their deal is up, because they can't make the deal. They don't have the cash to do it. This is the plan. This is the plan, right? We discussed it. We had, this
Yeah.
is the plan.
but it's very time sensitive, though, Tavis. So we need to make sure.
Yeah, big time. And I will also, as I said, as we figured out down the portal before, the black staff might turn up first thing in the morning, or their representative, and they might have advice or support or words to say to us about influencing this plan, or this plan that we've got. But we can't just sit back and do nothing. This is our ploy. We've got to try, and if we try it and it doesn't work, then maybe it becomes more of like an offensive thing. And if we have a conversation with the Castlanters and they don't want to talk, maybe we've drawn them away from what was going to happen. And maybe, the conversation with the Magister earlier as well, maybe he'll finally come good and come up with something that they can do on behalf of the city to kind of stop this going down. But as far as I understand it, this is where we're up to.
That's what I was going to ask then. Like, last time we summoned the Magister in a rush.
The Magister knows everything that's going on. We're not summoning the Magister. The Magister's been told what's happening. He said he didn't think it was worth it. Isla had a good chat with him. He kind of faced him off and said, "We're going to try and make it right." He was quite contrite, in fact, the Magister, wasn't he? He said, he felt almost guilty for not having done enough or feeling like he could do enough, and he left kind of saying, I'm gonna try and do something. If you can be brave, I can be brave. I think they were his words, something like that. So
Well, what I mean is we've got the 4 paper birds, so if we do manage to coerce them down to the docks or wherever we try and get them to, once we've got them there, is it worth sending him a bird to summon him down there so he can witness it all going down?
I think he said to send the birds at night. So I think it'd be worth sending a bird tonight and telling him we've got a rough plan, and this is where it is likely to go down. Because whatever happens, it's going to go down on the dock ward. Because we had the contingency, we spoke about that, right? I think I think. Isla said, "Me and you, Thorn, we'll try and we're all going to go and try and talk to Zord in the morning and try and get him on board. And if that works out, then that's cool. And if it doesn't,
Yeah.
Isla, Negan, Morthos, they're going to try and secure us another route out, another passage. So we've got to plan either way it's going down, and that's the area it's going down. So we can at least let the Magister know that that's the case." I think we send the bird to the Magister tonight. Tell him we've got a rough plan. We're going to try and lure the Castellantas out so that we can figure out what their intentions are. They're off their own turf. There's either a delay or a spanner in the works with regards to whatever they're trying to plan. That might either draw the Magister to observe what happens when we get them to the dock ward, or it might draw the Magister to divert some forces towards the party or to observe what might be happening at the party, so that he's got some evidence himself. Whether or not he's brave enough to do that, we don't know. We also have the factor of the maybe the Black Staff or someone on behalf of the Grey Hands or even Force Grey might turn up to have some further discussions with us in the morning. This is what we know. This is where we're up to. The Magister wanted to be kept informed. I think we should send that bird tonight.
What do you think, Negan?
I think we got a plan. That's the best thing we can do at the moment. Just hope that it lands. Do we know what time is it roughly now? Yeah.
I think I had it down as about 11 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I finished my drink and say, well, we need to get some rest. We need to be up and get it. It all finishes tomorrow.
Yep.
I'd say send that Thorin, send that bird to the Magister, and I head up. Negan.
Yeah.
I just hold my hand out for like a clasp, so I just think it's been a fucking
Predator
day.
moment.
It's been a day for you, and I don't think I've got any more words. And I head upstairs, and I'm going to head upstairs and knock on Isla's door.
You're still Blackwood.
Oh, fuck. Thank you. Snap myself back into the table.
And I get out the
Oh, why I keep losing everyone.
I lost everyone too. I think it's a Discord thing.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Yeah, Tavish, you head up to go and find Isla on the top floor. Negan, Thurin, with Morthos and Frederick still in the tavern. Are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'll get out the paper bird and write down what the plan is and where we're planning on trying to coerce the Blackwoods to the Castellantas too. And
Did you get the paper birds? Did you?
Yeah, I think he gave them to me, if I remember rightly. I've got them written down as in the bag of holding.
Yeah, you were the
I'm
main
holding them. My thoughts are
chapter.
I've got some of them.
Somebody's got some as well because Rimple gave us some.
Yeah, Rimple gave you some.
Yeah, I've got some.
I've got down that I've got 4 in the bag of holding.
Yeah, as you pull out the paper, which is really quite fine and high quality, probably one of the finest and high quality papers that you've actually seen. Where the edges are really sort of crisp, and you start to scroll across it, sort of trying to frame it in your mind what you want to say, trying to keep it on the page. You see that Frederick pours a drink, and then he hands the drink off into space, and then you see the drink float across and then land down next to you. Negan.
Cheers.
Yeah, I finished the last bit of my drink, then proceed to go upstairs and go into my room.
Okay. So Tavish, you make your way up to the top floor.
Yeah. Knock, knock, knock.
How long's it been?
Probably only been about 5-10 minutes for that conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Tavis. Can I come in?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just walk in, shut the door behind me.
As he comes in, I move my boots from where I've left them to closer to where I am.
No, don't worry. Like a trick played twice is just not as fun, is it? God. No, it was just a quick one. I thought it was just a quick one, and I've walked in here and I see you, and I'm like, I can't not say thank you again. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And we've had some tricky moments. You've learnt things about me you weren't happy about, and I get that. Anyway, that's not what I came to talk about. We were in the yawning portal before, and we noticed, we recognised somebody. I think Thorin recognised him. Remember when we were in the Hanging Lantern, and there was that big fat dude who was like on the table next to us. He'd been like upset about something. He was with one of the girls there. Seemed like he was like, I don't know. For me, it didn't make sense. I don't often see rich, noble-looking type folks who are like upset and stuff. So like they're usually like cocksure and happy and just living their best life, not with a care in the world. But that's what we saw at that time. Anyway, we recognised and saw him again in the lantern, and I don't know. We were feeling a bit like poking fun at him and his mates. Thorin tried to join his card game. He wasn't going to let him. We kind of mentioned the fact that we'd noticed him and spotted him in the Hanging Lantern. We were trying to kind of show him up, if I'm honest, like poke a bit of fun at him. Before that, Thorin had sent him a drink, like a really nice drink. But by the way, you should try this stuff. Like I think his granddad makes it or something. But it's like this fire light whiskey. I think you'd get on with it anyway. I'm rambling. Yeah. So, and turns out this guy is like almost definitely in the Harpers. I saw it. Thorin saw it. He had the Harpers emblem. Like he was part of that thing. So we might have pissed him off a little bit, but then we tried to send a drink to kind of apologise. He didn't seem like he really cared about us or noticed us, certainly didn't recognise us. I don't think he gave a shit. He did give the air of being quite important, because, like, to the degree that he didn't notice that much. And, like, he wasn't impressed by having a 5 silver drink sent to him. Like, anyway, I know that you're in with the Harpers, and this guy either he's very self-important or he's important in the Harpers. I don't know if you know, but I just didn't feel comfortable not letting you know that we'd had that kind of encounter. So I'm nervous, man. We've got a big day tomorrow. I'm rambling. I probably need to go to bed, but I just want to let you know that.
No, thank you. Have you, I wonder if I can speak to Frederick and see if I can get you some Valium for tomorrow. You feel a bit twitchy.
Twitchy. Yeah, I'm on edge. It's a big day, you know. who knows what'll happen. But don't worry, I'll be ready when it comes time. I'll be ready.
Don't worry, I'm working on something that will make you a little bit cocksure yourself tomorrow. So hopefully I can help you out with that.
Hey, any time I've got your backing, I feel like I can do a lot. Like I say, I'm only here because of you. I owe you a lot, and I'm sorry about the whole perceived deception thing with regards to my past, but we've all got pasts, right?
Well, listen, Tavis, the next 24 hours, it's going to be a big day. There's a percentage chance we'll never be able to visit this city again. You know, these are lords within the city, and if things go wrong, then yeah, we may not ever be welcome back in the city.
Yeah, I mean, so be it. I've not been here that long. I've had ups and downs. The main ups have been meeting you guys. So if I leave and it's with you, I can definitely handle that.
I'd say, well, if meeting us is an up, then you've had some fucking rough downs.
Well, the day will come when we'll have the time to talk about that, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But listen,
Look,
I wanted to be open and honest.
Well,
And,
that's it's a bridge for another day. I'll speak to Three Strings when I get the chance and see if we can find out some more information. But yeah, let's try and get tomorrow out the way first. We've got a lot to get through.
Yeah, that's cool. Good night, man.
Yeah, right, man.
Sleep well and dry feet. Go off
Say sleep well and don't steal.
Can you set parameters around that? Because
Yeah, I mean, I never had, family when I was growing up and stuff like that. And well, let's put it this way, don't enter my room, don't steal me shit.
I'll not steal from you. Cool.
Inside check.
Roll the insight check.
16 plus stuff. It's like 21.
Yeah, Tavis basically worships Isla at this point. he genuinely thinks he's the only reason that he's alive. So yeah, Tavis does not intend to steal from Isla.
Superb. 22.
And he's still etchy about the whole Centaurian thing, and is like, I'm not even going to do it as a joke right now, but maybe in the future we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get me noggin down.
Yeah, Tavis, you leave, and I assume you got to go and head somewhere to lay down. Or are you heading back downstairs?
Head back to my room, and the only other thing that I do is I did do a little bit of tea leafery in the yawning portal and didn't check what my reward
you
was.
did. You did,
So
indeed.
In the safety of the manor, I'll have a little check as to what it might have been that I managed to pilfer.
He's a wobber and a wapist.
He's not a wapist, he's just a wobber. Fine.
He's a wapist now.
Where did I put it? I think I know what it is, but I just want to confirm before.
So the time before last, it was bone pipes, and then the last time you didn't say, but you just said that it was.
Yeah.
I noted it was heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's obviously with all the gambling that goes on in the Yawning Portal, there is quite large sums of money. This bag is of a decent size, to be fair. And when you took it, you were, should we say, pleasantly surprised that you managed to do that without sort of being detected. When you open up the bag, you tip out 10 platinum.
Oh. What's platinum again? One platinum is 10 gold.
It goes in tens, yeah. It's more than, yeah, it's the next one up from gold, isn't it?
So that's like 100 gold.
Okay, Negan, you're heading up to bed.
Yeah, I just take my jacket off, pull my axes out and just put them top, and then just get into bed. Just get onto my bed and then fall asleep.
You're you are a hard killer, but the kills don't come without the consequences. And being alone and being in the dark, it takes you to some places that you wouldn't ordinarily look back on. And as you close your eyes, you start to see your life's work behind the handle of an axe. You see yourself flashing between youth and the age you are now, being taken in as a small dragonborn, small, not a fighter, not even considered to be a fighter. You remember seeing Nori, you remember seeing the path that you took, the journey that you went on, the hardship that you had to endure, the punishing to become the Negan that you are. And it flashes forward to Blackwood, it flashes back to Nori and seeing the betrayal and seeing his body on the floor. It flashes to meets with Obo in the city, to Nori's death in a cave. This doesn't seem to have, these visions don't seem to have any sequence to them. They just play in your mind as you drop off, and the last thing that you think of to quash the memories, to focus on something else that isn't hard, that isn't going to keep you awake at night, is the prayer. And you recite the prayer over and over and over again, almost like counting sheep, until you eventually fall into a deep sleep. Sorry.
Yeah, I take the drink off Liv. Thanks, Liv. Porthos. I'm planning on heading out early. I need some ink to write in my ritual book. Can I take that sending stone off you? That's okay.
He looks at it. He passes over the sending stone.
Cheers. I'm not planning on being out too long. I'm gonna come straight back, but if I leave before anybody's up, then when I'm there, at least I can maybe ask if anybody wants anything, if there's anything specific there that I think might be interesting. But
yeah, he just he nods. He sort of doesn't really pass it to you, sort of just slides it on the table. It comes to rest just next to your cup. You just sort of see the carving of the profile of a face next to the paper, and he gets up and doesn't say anything. He just sort of nods, and he heads upstairs. You sort of hear him creaking up the stairs, but he's sort of looking around for. You hear like backwards and forwards as he's sort of looking for a room that's quiet that hasn't got anyone in, and eventually those sounds go quiet. Frederick starts to pack up and do the same.
Yeah, I'll pick up my drink and send this down, put it in me pouch, and check the doors are locked, and then head upstairs. When I get upstairs, I'll release the paper bird from the balcony.
So, they're going to say the Kraken then. Release the Kraken.
And then head to bed.
Yeah, you hold it flat, and it almost like self origami. It just starts to fold in on itself and starts to form these wings, and then pull itself in, and then almost quite animatedly, if you like, it starts to flap the wings, and then it just takes off, almost like you just see it like as if it was a bird.
Just as I'm getting into bed, I remember that yellow vial we found. I'll get it out, and I'll just spend 15-20 minutes, half an hour trying to figure out what it is before I go to sleep.
Which one was this one?
It was a yellow vial with an eyeball in it.
Okay.
We found at the same time as the scroll of augury.
Yeah, where was it?
I believe it was in the vault, amongst all the gold.
Okay, one sec. Okay, I'll find that as we start to go through. You have to just bear with me for a second while I go through my notes.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, I'll just go to bed after that, whether I figure it out or not.
Okay. Yeah, you all now head up to bed. As you're heading up, and Frederick is sort of packing away, tidying up and straightening things out, you sort of hear that he's talking. However, it sounds like he's talking to someone. You just get the feeling that obviously there's no one there. You just get the feeling that he's talking to Liv. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, as you all start to settle down, you are all, just like Negan, having dark dreams. The coming of the day tomorrow and what it signifies is that you have dreams of vast ocean, huge, as endless almost. You can see it from above the water, but there is no ship. Almost just like your sight is just suspended, not even your body. And you look out over these cresting waves, huge waves, and you can see that there is a ring in the distance all the way around, no matter where you look, of a storm just gathering clouds, and you watch as these clouds just get nearer and nearer and nearer, and as they do, the sound of the thunder and the sight of the lightning and the flashes and the darkening of the sky just becomes more and more intense, and you realize that you are in the epicenter, that it is coming towards you, that you are the point, as that open sky above is just reduced further until you are in the storm. Tavis, your mind is taken to dark places, but more emotional than anything else. Being segregated from your family and missing love. But your heart weighs heavy with walking away, almost like there was a failure in doing so. There was a giving up or a retreat. That maybe your heart should have stuck it out for greater purposes. And you see the image of your mother. Thurin, your mind and your dreams take you to a place of absolute heat, of fire. It burns and it's bright. And as you move through the flame and through the fire, you see that there is a rock with carving within it, a huge, almost like a fortress, which has just been carved into a rock. You see that part of it above is a carved skull. It looks foreboding. It looks terrifying. And around it is a sea of fire. And with the dark dreams comes the light. And soon the birds are singing outside. The light starts to pour through windows as dawn starts to approach. And Tavis, you have now reached, we've now leveled up. Your whole 2 hit points. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, so
I want to be up bright and breezy.
yeah, I'm specifically going to try and get up first thing.
Okay.
I'll do my my usual morning ritual of getting up and going out onto the balcony, just getting a feel for the street and what's going on, and then heading in and going downstairs.
Yeah, I'll be up early on pins, really wondering if anyone's going to come by from the Greyhounds or even Force Grey, and just knowing that we need to get going. I'm wondering if they're going to come, and wondering if that's important to me, or if we need to just handle this by ourselves, and just still a bit here and there, a bit all over the place.
Okay, so are you all getting up together?
Yeah, I can do. I want to go and have a little chat with Frederick.
Okay. Yeah, Frederick is up and about. As you walk downstairs, you can hear like clattering, just like kitchen sort of clattering, if you like, just pans and knives and whatever else, and a really pungent smell reaches your nostrils, and then that's followed by the smell of frying onions.
I pop down and see him go. Frederick, you alright?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna either wait until everyone's down there or assume that everyone's down there, at least within earshot. I'm not trying to add the conversation. I just go, listen, I don't want to speak for everyone, so if they chip in, that's fine. You've seen some stuff going on here, and I'll be brutally honest. Some shit could go down today that I have absolutely no idea what the outcome's going to be. There's a chance that we will not be coming back to this tavern for a little while if things go wrong. We may be back. We may not be back. We may never be back. I don't know. You know, but in our stead, you know, I want you to run this place like it was your own. You know, if you need a little bit of money to get you going, then by all means, but make this place into what you will. However, you know, if you don't hear from us, then do whatever. But yeah, keep my room in good shape, please.
I don't know what to say. I don't profess to know what you're involved in. I don't try and guess what kind of hot water you're in. I mean, I should have known. You know, I've seen you coming and going. I've seen and heard the stories. Well, look how I've become here, how I've got here. I never thought that I would see my tavern burn. I never thought that I would have a second chance. But I will. This will never be mine. It's not mine. This is yours. But I will do my absolute utmost for it, and for everyone here that gave me another chance.
Well, even if things go wrong and we can't come back tonight, I'll be able to get in touch in the next few days to let you know the outcome. So you'll know where you stand. But yeah, try and take care of it, get it up and running.
I will, and you know, I've got lift for company, I guess. I'll have the licenses. I'll have them soon. I hope that isn't the case, but you can trust that I'll look after it. I'll have to. I haven't got the money to keep it running on my own. I'll have to make sure that I have an income. But
So, do you need any starter funds? Any more money? Just to get you to the point of at least getting it open and selling?
Well, whatever you can spare, I will put it. I won't use it on myself. I will put it into the tavern. But yeah, by all means, I'll have it turning a profit, and I hope that if you do go, it's not for too long.
So, Thorin, have you? I don't know. Have you got any money? I know you have. Got quite a bit of it.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I have no idea what would be a good amount of money to give this man. 1K? Is that a good number?
What money are you talking about? Like money from?
That's not
What is
ours.
that? Well,
And I
Hey,
don't.
Isla,
I don't have that.
If you're okay with it, I'm okay with it.
might not be our money, but it's the city's money, and that's where this money's going back into. The people of this city.
Is it where? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. We can just say for now we've put a bit of funds already for him to do what we need to do, right? So we can just say here's the reserve funds, and you'll get a message from us. You can do that, right? When you know you can use it, maybe.
I don't know. For me, the money, maybe the cities, but the city, you know, the people whose money this originally was, they don't need it. There's people in this city who do need it much more much more than they do. They've not had it for years and years, and if they get it, they'll just use it to their own abuse. At least by putting the money into this tavern, for the community around it, it gives it a place to meet, thrive, communicate, and for me, that's as good a use of money that I can think of. I don't need to use this money for my own means, but I do mean it for the people around it. It gives people like Frederick and others a place to meet and thrive. This street's been through quite a traumatic time recently. Maybe a small investment to give it a place where it can come together isn't such a bad thing.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm fine with it. I'll yeah, I'll take 1,000 gold out of the bag of holding. And I don't know where you want to put this. We have 1,000 gold.
I'll I'll make sure that it's kept safe. Like I said, I'm not going to use it on myself. This will all go into the tavern.
1, 2, 3.
What a Caleb.
Yeah, I'll give him the 1,000 gold. Guys, I don't know if yous need anything. What time did we get up? Did we get up nice and early?
Oh yeah, super duper early.
Yeah, with first light.
Cool. Yeah, I'm planning on heading out before we go on whatever we've got to do today. Everything we've got to do today. I want to get to the shop and get some ink for putting this ritual in my ritual book. Get it done, just in case we need it today. I've got no health potions, so probably ask if they've got any of those, but I don't know if anyone wants to come with me or if they have anything.
How long do you think it'll take you to transfer everything over into your book?
4 hours.
Right, so
Yeah.
Tavis,
Okay.
do you think it's worth going to see Captain Zord whilst Thorin gets his book in order?
Sounds like it. Yeah, we need to get to Zord. But
You have to
then
without Thorin.
I'm also conscious that the Blackstaff may or may not turn up here, and they'll be looking for me.
We've got Frederick here. If Blackstaff turns up, we can tell him exactly where we're going.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Frederick, if Blackstaff turns up, we're going to the dock ward, to Zord's ship.
Sea Maiden's Fair.
That's the one.
It wasn't Blackstaff that you saw there, was it?
No, but that's where Veronica was getting the message to.
Yeah.
Anyone on behalf of the Greyhounds or Force Grey?
Let's see.
Down
So
there.
I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like we're putting on you quite a lot today. But I think you're the person that's the most well equipped for this. You've got this contact, this commonality with Zord. So
Yeah. I'll I'll do everything that I can. I'm 100% behind this. I'm ready.
So we're going to go to Zord and see if we can utilize his ship and his crew to lay a trap for the lords of this city.
If you guys are cool with this, I'm going to be pretty open with Zord. I feel like that with him is the best option. He's quite a master of deceit to some discretion, in his own way. So I'm not going to go in there and try and kill a killer. My plan is to go and be fairly straight with him.
Yeah,
He's
listen,
gonna
I've got no issues with being straight with them. Don't think you need to commit with certain aspects straight away. I mean, don't necessarily lie, but I wouldn't go and saying, yeah, we've got loads of money.
No.
The castle answers are doing X, Y, and Z.
Bad shit's going down. We want your help. We're trying to solve it.
Yep.
There might be some warmth for you. It might look like this. It might look like this. It might look like if
Yep.
those work out us owing you a favour, and we're quite handy.
I'm going to come with you if that is quite okay.
That is perfect. I do not want to go alone, not at all.
Big man?
Do you think you'll need me?
We'll always be better with you.
Okay. Well, so I'll go with them.
Is
Say
that
to
alright?
Morgan, you
Is that
go
alright,
with.
Travis? You can, not Travis, Thorin, you can do your spell writing in peace, and then we'll come back and tie up here when we know what's happening with the Zord.
Did you
Yeah,
say
no.
you're heading out shopping as well, Thorin?
Yeah.
Can I ask you to see if you can get something for me?
Sure.
Quite specific in the way that us attempted weavers of magic tend to wheel.
Okay.
A precious stone, a pearl.
Any
A pearl
particular
worth
size?
100 gold pieces.
Okay.
If you need the money, I can give you the money.
If you give me it and I don't need it, I'll give you it back.
Yeah.
I'll see if they've got potions, so it's better to have as much as I can.
Potions is good. You could always visit that guy. What was that guy's name? The guy from he had the shop, right? He might do us a deal. He owes us one, kind of not, but it might do.
Guy with the shop. If to refresh my memory.
When we fought the bloody Elder Brain,
Oh yeah, do we know where his shop is? Did he tell us?
You did visit the shop, yeah.
Did we?
yeah, we've been there. We went there just before. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll go back there then. Yeah, see if.
it just maybe some discount rates.
I'm not sure about discount rates from him.
That was
but-
in the it was in the trade ward, that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll be getting any discount, but he might have something interesting anyway.
Yeah,
So,
he'd give us a
I,
discount. We helped him out of a jam. We got him out of a cell.
yeah, Thorin, if you're going shopping and I pass him 100 gold, and I just say to him, can you see if you can find a couple of platinum rings that are worth about 50 gold each, please?
Yeah. Do you need anything, Megan?
Just get as many potions of healing as you can, my friend. I feel like tonight might be a good time to have them.
No worries. Yeah, okay.
Before you start packing away your things, you remove the potion. When you cast on it, was it identify?
I don't have
Did you cast on
identify.
it? What did you put it?
I was just looking at it, seeing if I can figure it out.
Oh. I thought you cast something on it to see what it was.
No, I don't have identify yet.
Make a medicine check.
Plus 18.
18. You've seen similar to this. This almost like the worm in the tequila. To see potions that have been brewed like this takes quite a while. It's quite a gruesome process in order to have the floating eye in it. But you're pretty certain that by drinking this potion, it would give you a ability of clairvoyance.
Okay.
So it is a potion of clairvoyance. which you gain the effect of the clairvoyance spell.
Okay. I'll take it out. And I was like, guys, this is a clairvoyance potion. It does the same thing as a clairvoyance spell. It allows you to set a space nearby, or a space that you know, and you can either choose to hear what's in that space, or see what's in that space if anything enters it. It's not going to be useful for me right now, but
I know the spell.
It's a ring doorbell.
Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. This is strange magic. How would it be useful for us right now?
I don't know. It's not going to be useful
May
for
not
me
be,
going
may not.
shopping, but you never know. You guys might need it.
Okay, we'll bear it in mind.
I will take it for now.
You're
But I can do this if needs be. If I have a long rest. sometime.
So you drink the potion and then you can. What? You are just clairvoyant for a certain space, or what?
Well, just to come out of it for a sec, so you're all aware of it. So the clairvoyance spell is you create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you. The range is a mile. Casting time is 10 minutes. And then it's a place that you have visited or seen before, or an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door, around a corner, or in the grove of trees. The sensor remains in place for the duration, and it can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. When you cast the spell and you choose seeing or hearing, you can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were in its space as an action. You can switch between seeing and hearing.
Okay.
A creature that can see the sensor, such as a creature benefiting from seeing visibility or true sight, sees a luminous, intangible orb about the size of a fist.
Let's put
It's
it this way:
basically
if you
the
brothel, you can be a peeping Tom.
well, it was Scanlan's shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, Scry. Yeah. Well, it was Scry, wasn't it? But yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Scanlan shit. Yeah, boy.
Okay. And how long does it last?
It's a concentration spell for up to 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Quite context specific, but quite good to know. Good to know.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. So I'll catch you in a bit.
Okay, just before you go, let's figure out who's got what sending stone.
I took Morthos's. It's
At the minute, I think I've got one sending stone 1, and Isla's got sending stone 1 as well.
yeah. Negan's got
So you've
2,
got-
and I've got 2.
Okay. That seems fine for now, right? Okay, so we know what we've got.
Yep.
Who's got the paper birds? I'm contemplating. We need to go. We need to go and see the Lord. But I'm contemplating sending a bird to either Fronica or the Blackstaff themselves, who I only met briefly. I'm not sure how acquainted you have to be with the person to send one of these birds to, but I'm thinking of doing that. They're not here right now, and we need to get going. They might have information for us. Maybe it's worth sending them a bird, or just get going.
I'll say let's just get going. If it needs to be, I can contact them later.
Alright, I'll see you
Okay.
later. And I
I
head out and head off to Schimo's shop.
Can you make a quick call?
Yeah, I mean the trade wall is a fair distance to the other side of the city, so yeah, hailing a carriage, and you start to trundle off, heading in an easterly direction, southeasterly, and then starting to head south as you get to the city of the dead. Probably takes you about 25 minutes, 30 minutes in all to start getting close into the trade ward itself. What's everyone else doing?
Heading to the Zord ward.
Right, guys, let's go see Zord.
Again, getting a carriage, yeah.
Yeah.
Morthos, who's he going with?
He's going with me.
Probably best do a third.
Okay. Yeah, so the rest of you grabbing a carriage, you start to head immediately south, and again the buildings start to change as you start to head that way, and you start to get into the sort of dock area.
On the way there, I'll just nervously pull out those bone pipes that I randomly acquired a couple of seconds ago, and just not normal for Tavis, but just start trying to play a little thingy, just trying to distract myself and anybody else, just trying to zone out, kind of get focused.
Okay, make a performance check with disadvantage.
Mm. 18.
18.
Yeah.
Well, you don't sound like a kid with a recorder. You manage to hear the note once and sort of store it in terms of its position in your head, and instantly a home song that you heard many times as a child comes to mind, and you start to play by ear. You start to piece these notes together. You come across as being anxious at this point because of the sort of fiddling with the pipe and trying to sort of suss it out. But yeah, it starts to, as you're progressing further south, it starts to sort of come together in terms of a little bit of a tune.
Yeah. Just absent-mindedly, almost not even acknowledging the other guys in the thing, and it just kind of tries to help me. I've been quite fidgety, quite anxious, and then just doing this, just kind of chills me out a little bit, and I'm just focused on that for a little bit and managed to quiet the mind sort of on the way to go and see Zord.
For everyone else, the pipes themselves don't look like the best, really. They are made of bone. They're not as sort of aesthetically pleasing, but they seem to be keeping Tavis's mind off things. Yeah, the buildings start to, as you start to go south, the buildings start to get a little bit sort of shorter and more spaced out in areas. You start to go through the castle ward, and making your way through the castle ward into the dock ward, they start to build up again, become quite large as you start to see the warehouse type buildings. You start to hear the sound of seagulls. You start to hear the din of activity of moving vast quantities of materials on and off the ships as the carriage sort of pulls round onto the seafront. Strong breeze coming off the water itself, with a heavy scent of salt in the air. Yeah, you're at the dock ward in the middle of the hustle and bustle.
Okay, guys. We know where we're going. We're heading to the Sea Maiden's Fair. Let's go.
Yep.
So at that point, it's quite difficult for the carriage to even remotely get down there. Like I said, there's a lot of offloading of crates. You sort of see that there's
We get
sort
off
of
and walk
Sorry,
down.
I meant get up and walk. Yeah.
yeah. Well, there's crates and that are being offloaded. There's big sort of netting which have got various things in that are being hauled off onto the side, and you start to make your way through the crowd. Thorin, it's not long before, after reaching the trades wars, that you stop with Morthos outside of Weird Bottles concoctions.
Yeah, I head in.
When you head in, you see that Schemo is there. He's sort of in the middle of the shop. You sort of see that he has a almost like a trolley with various bottles, some empty, some not, and you can sort of see there's all sorts of various what look like instruments, large bottles for brewing potions and various things like that. And you sort of see that it's going along these shelves, taking things off, replacing them, moving things along, adjusting labels and different things like that. And you see that alongside him is a dark-skinned female dwarf in quite heavy armor. And as you walk in, you hear voices, but there's an instant quiet as they turn and look at you.
Yeah, noticing that. Morning.
Morning. What can I get for you? And the dwarf sort of looks over at you, and then she sort of turns and heads towards the back of the shop.
Do I get the vibe that she works here, or is she another customer?
You recognise her.
All right, okay.
Just roll perception. You get the feeling that you recognise her, I should say.
Yeah. Perception. 9.
9.
9.
Let me just consult.
Welcome to the Mighty 9.
Let me just have a quick look. Yeah. You remember seeing this particular dwarf before in the plate mail, and you remember asking whether or not she wanted to drink. You remember having a conversation in the Hanging Lantern. She was quite abrupt.
Yeah, she was the rude one. Okey-dokey. Yeah, I'll head over to the counter and go and speak to Schema.
He's in the centre of the. He's just moving all the bottles.
Oh,
So you've come back, have you? What can I do for you?
after some supplies, my friend.
Hey, that's what I sell. It'd be nice to make some money today, so feel free to go nuts.
Well,
Absolutely not.
is it just potions you deal with, or you got other sort of
Huh.
supplies?
I prefer the term concoction, but yeah, it's mainly potions. You make it sound like it's nothing, or in fact, there's a lot of work that goes into everything. Don't even know of anything about potions. And you sort of see that this dark skinned sort of gnome is nobody. Go back to my notes. Wasn't expecting to go here today.
Yeah,
Fucking hell,
I just
Thorin.
need some other bits and
Yeah,
bobs
no,
as well.
okay.
So I didn't know if you'd be able to save me a trip. But it's alright. I'll go somewhere else for the other bits that I need.
Well, you tell me what you're after, and I'll tell you if I've got it. Right?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Or at least know where to get it. I know people knocking about.
Well, first and foremost, after some more healing potions, you got any knocking about?
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I think I've got some in the back. Let me take a look. How many are you after?
How many have you got?
I've got 6.
Ooh. Standard healing potions, yeah?
Yeah.
Any greeters?
I may have one in the back. You'd have to let me have a look.
By all means.
Yeah, he comes out. He's got one greater.
Okay. And how much would taking them all off your hands set me back?
Well, it's 50 each for the standard.
Yeah.
Yes, scheme out.
Yeah, and it's it'll run you 100 for a greater. I mean, if you give me a couple of days, I could muster up something a little bit stronger. But it's a lot of healing potion for your little self. What's going on?
Well, it's for me and the rest of the guys, and saves me coming back.
Yeah, because you need that many healing potions when you're up to nothing.
You know
Come on.
us.
I'll give you a discount. You let me in. Let me know what the score is.
How big a discount?
How about I give you one of those healing potions for free? How about that?
I'll think about it.
Well, don't think too long.
Anyway, also after pearl worth 100 gold.
Oh, sorry. I've only got one that's worth 99.
That's okay. Guess I'll have to.
I'm being sarcastic, and he goes into the
know.
back. And yeah, you sort of hear like there's like a rattling of. You sort of bring one of those like those sort of, like the glass sort of like chemistry sort of jars, like the round base, sort of like the triangle conical flask. Yeah, he sort of brings one of them on. He's got like all sort of various pearls and things stacked in there. Yeah, well, you have to have these ingredients to hand. So let me see, 100 gold piece or gold. Yeah, pearl. Let's have a look. And he starts tipping them out. Yeah. No, probably won you that. What's it for?
I don't know.
No, don't think you would. It's funny that, isn't it? You've come in, you're buying stuff, but you don't know what it's for. It's weird.
Wow.
I don't love scheme out.
Just the errand boy, really.
Really? You know that you really, in fact, actually just make a just make a deception check, please.
A wisdom saving throw.
And if you'd have given me a chance, I would have said, before you go back there, have you got any platinum rings? I'm after 2 with 50 gold. And it was a natural 20.
On deception.
Yeah. Which is like 26 or something like that. 27.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to tell
Also,
me.
I'm not even sure he's lying. He is the errand boy. Look at your
Okay.
fucking shine box.
Currently,
platinum rings, you say?
yeah, worth 50 gold. 2 of them.
I'm pretty certain I haven't, but if you give me 1 sec just to go and have a look, and he disappears.
Before... Never mind.
You're there, like, knocking and rustling around. Can you just move out the way? Is that all right? Yeah, and just over there. He's just all in the back. And then you see the dwarf again sort of standing at the door, and she sort of looks over at you with this like look of not amused. And she sort of gets shuffled out of the way again while he comes back out. No, I haven't got any. No, I don't really keep metals, to be honest. Concoctions, you know?
Yeah. I suppose technically you could class ink as a concoction.
Yeah, you could.
I'm after some ink for writing down my rituals.
Right. Before I go in the back, is there anything else you want to add to the list?
I did try and call you back, but you're so quick on your feet. I don't know how you got caught last time.
He sort of looks over his shoulder, and the look he gets off the dwarf is it could kill. It could freeze you. He didn't. That's not what he was referred. You know, never mind. Ink, and he disappears around the back. You sort of hear more shots.
At least 100 gold's worth.
You hear a clatter at the 100 gold's worth. You hear this clatter and this smash, and for fuck's sake, and more clattering, and a slamming of a drawer. And then he's like, fuck. And then you sort of see him come back round the door, and then he gets like it's like a stool, and then he starts dragging the stool in, and the stool's like along the, and then he comes back a moment later with a pot of ink, puts it down. You got a habit of ruining the morning, you know that. It's a good job you're paying in gold. You sure you don't want to tell me what it's for? What's happening? Got me in.
Well, you got any?
Is it fun?
There's a lot of healing potions there. Do you think it sounds like fun?
No, I don't know. I don't know. And with the amount of healing potions, you do see the dwarf is like looking in, and she's sort of looking over what's on the counter.
Yeah, I'm not sure you want to know, to be honest. It's probably best that you don't. It's
Okay.
how
Keep it to
badly
yourself.
how badly do you want to know? It's
You either want to tell me or you don't. It's up to you.
all right. Well, is there anything else that you've got in here that's you think could tickle my fancy? While I'm here, try and put
Yeah,
a
he
smile
looks
back on
over
your
at the-
face.
He looks over at the dwarf, and the dwarf then sort of like, you sort of see that she's like getting more and more sort of agitated. And she walks up, and she pulls out a dagger, and she throws a dagger into the counter, and she's saying, are you just following me? Why are you here?
I'm shopping.
Shop it, what, for healing potions, a pearl, some rings, ink, what is it?
I did say it was the errand boy.
The errand boy. Well, you know, the hanging lantern. Yeah. What was all that about?
Oh, you were being brave.
Don't look at me like you don't know what I'm on about.
You were the one that was being rude.
Oh, what was the comment you made? From the dealing with our friend in Felzoon Folly? So you follow me in there as well, did you?
I didn't follow you in there. We just
Are
happened
you
to
watching
be in
my
there.
business?
Absolutely not. Just happened to be in the same places at the same time. Pure coincidence, my friend. Trust me.
Yeah, and then you happen to be in the hanging lantern. You happen to find your way under the hanging lantern to find this idiot in a cell. Am I right? Is that where we're going with this? And now you suddenly show up at the shop.
He sells good potions.
My face is up here.
Great.
With that, she snatches the dagger and she leans over and she says, "You'll stay out of our business. Serve him, get him out, lock the door. We've got business to attend to." And she disappears around the back.
You haven't got a very friendly business associate.
Anyway, let's count this up.
Yeah, sure.
So he does. He counts it up, and he says, "And that'll be 5 silvers for the ink. It's fine ink. Don't look at me like that. Pay up."
Yeah, I'll pay up.
Yeah, he looks over his shoulder. He's like, starts pulling in the money. Right, is there anything else that you need to ruin my day?
I'm sorry. I honestly didn't know that she was gonna be here.
It kind of feels like you did.
No, on my honor, I didn't know that she was gonna be here.
Okay. Well, if that'll be all, and you sort of see like Morphos is sort of behind him, he's like sort of looking over the bottles. You sort of hear like a dink. He just manages to catch it just before it lands on the floor. And he sort of puts it down and looks over.
Well,
Yeah, it's a good job it didn't break. That is a month to brew that.
well, I'll see you next time, I guess. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
I'll leave.
And as you're walking out, you hear his footsteps behind, and as the door closes behind, you hear a clicking and a rattle of the lock.
And I'll hail another cab and I'll head to the jewelers. That I knew about. I can't remember the name of it now. I'll see if I can find it well.
So heading towards the seaboard, yeah?
Yeah, is that where it is?
You did visit a jeweler's once in the seaboard, yeah?
Yeah, I'll head to that one, yeah.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah, so the guys that are in the dock ward, what are you guys doing?
Making our way to Zordos's ship if we can, please.
Making my way.
Making our way.
That's somebody who doesn't watch Critical Role. Right, just make a perception check. I'm assuming you know what you're looking for as you've already been there.
Yeah, not the best. Big fat 9.
Who's making it, sorry?
Oh, you can make it with advantage, means you're all looking. You've all been there, haven't you?
22.
22. Yeah, you can see that as you're heading down along the dock ward itself, you can see that there is the 2 ships moored up alongside each other. Not certain if it's the same moorings that you originally seen them in, but yeah, you see these 2 on the back of the ship, which is facing you. You see on one Hellraiser, and then on the other Heartbreaker.
Cool. As we approach the ship,
There's a ship missing, guys. Zord's on the eye catcher. The Sea Maiden's Fair is a fleet of 3, I think, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, but the eye catcher was never in the dock.
Okay.
There were two in the dock, and you had to get a boat out to the eye catcher.
well, let's ask the question.
It's okay. Yeah.
Tavis, I'm gonna let you take over from here because you are of that ilk. You are Zord friendly, and as I pat him on the butt, I will cast Enhance ability and give him Eagle's Splendor, which gives him advantage on all charisma checks for the next 1 hour.
Wonderful. Ta-da. In that case, I head immediately to... Where did we go to? The gangway of the Hellraiser.
Yep.
And then just kind of wait kind of politely and have a look around and see if I can see anybody paying attention. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
You can see that there's people high above you, that the deckhands. You can see that there's like a gangway that goes up to the deck.
Do I feel or know that it's okay for me to just board the ship? Or do I need to be waited to be granted permission to go on the gangway thing?
There's trepidation about walking onto a ship that you're not invited onto. But as it stands, you don't really feel that you're going to get any type of acknowledgement unless you go and seek it.
Right then, I just grab the nearest deckhand who's going on or off this ship and say, excuse me, how are you this morning?
All right, are you?
Good.
You see this, he's like a squat human, quite rotund. He's quite an odd shape, really, almost pear-shaped. And his clothes are ill-fitting. You can sort of see that he's filling with some rope as he's trying to walk up the gangway, and you sort of see that his crack of his arse is hanging out. And now are you help you in any way?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, don't mean to take your time, you're obviously a busy man, but I'd quite like to speak as soon as possible to Captain Crabwater. Silver piece for your troubles. Go on, crack on.
Captain! I'll go get him now. And he starts like walking up the gangplank bit.
Here's your silver piece, sir.
Yeah, I'll get in a minute. Kevin! And he's sort of calling, and you sort of see that people like at the top are looking at him and moving away, and it takes a couple of minutes before he starts walking by that. Yeah, can't move along in a minute. He puts his hand out for his money.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Orange.
And a few moments later, you see this again quite a short, stout individual as Captain Crabwater approaches over the side. Can I help?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember me, Captain, but came aboard about a week ago or so. Had a little audience with Captain Zord as it goes, and I wondered if you might be willing to organise another wee audience for me and my fellows here.
I mean, I can get your passage over there, but right now, as you can see, we're not far off making way. To be honest, we're I think by
I don't want to overstep my mark or anything, but I believe Captain Zord would be really interested in what we have to say. I think this is of particular interest to the Sea Maidens Fair right now. I can kind of make it worth your while if crossing your palm is going to be helpful. But we could do with an audience as soon as possible.
well, I think it's fair to say that Captain Zord's. But you'd only be interested in what Captain Zord's got to say. But I can get your passage, and I'll get you over there. But yep, like I said, we're all pretty busy. I'm sure that they will be on the eye catcher too. But give me a few minutes, and we'll get you a boat. And he sort of shouts, and then the one below with his arse hanging out, like, "Hey!" Starts heading over towards a boat, which is probably disconcerting to say the least.
Much obliged, Captain.
Moments.
Much obliged.
He doesn't even wait. Not at all. Thanks. He just sort of moves away. There's a few minutes before the boat's readied, and this pear-shaped individual is on the oars. Hey, you getting in or what?
Yeah, I just jump in. Yeah.
Just you?
No, I'm in.
Yeah, I follow.
Okay, so he gets you in. All right, Biggin, steady the ship. Hang on. And he starts like just holding the oar as Negan's getting in. All right, yeah, let's get up here. It's just like random noises that doesn't seem to have a language in it, but it's hard to pick out. And he starts to row.
John, do you want a hand with yours?
No, that's all right. I catch you. And he just starts rowing his way out. You sort of see that the sun is glinting on the surface of the water, nice and got that sort of glittery shine to it. And it's quite a nice day. Seagulls are trying to pull whatever fish they can from the surface of the water. But there's a lot of activity start to make your way out. And before you see quite a grand ship, the ship that you've recognised as the eye catcher, that is eye catching to say the least. And it's a fair few minutes before you actually, probably about 10 minutes really, before you actually get alongside it enough to be able to climb up the cargo net, which is draped over the side, to be able to climb aboard.
Let's go. Yep, head up.
Yeah, on the eye catcher you can see that there's there's a lot of activity. So see that a lot of it is to do with sails. There's people that are folding sails or they're unfurling rope. It looks like they are making making preparations to sail. Others are mopping the deck. Everyone is busy as you get aboard, and one of the sailors sort of looks at you. Why are you here? Can I help?
Yeah, we seek an audience with Captain Zord. If you can get word to him, Tavis request his company.
Tavish, you say? I'll go speak to Captain. He'll have a word with Zord, and you sort of see that he goes up onto the main deck, the castle at the back, and you sort of see that there's more of a notable figure, and there's a whisper. And he sort of looks over and down, and then you see the captain approach. You after Zord?
Captain Ariuk.
Yeah, that's right. I'll
Yeah,
get word.
Good to see you again. Yeah, we'd like to see Zord if you can arrange it. Grateful for your time. Thank you.
Yeah, he disappears, and moments later he comes out of a door with Zord behind him. Quite casting in quite a dashing figure. Human, the dark hair. He's pirate rock style. He's got his sort of shirt open. He's got a really thin, light blade at his side. Rings on fingers, and he's got his hat with his feather in, and he strides towards you. Tavis.
Captain
So
Zord.
I was going to say, does he have a big rug?
Oh yeah, it comes in a V-neck.
It's like seaweed.
Player.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's
70s porn star.
yeah. Think
Austin Powers.
think Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah, Austin Powers and Hugh Hefner all rolled up into one. This guy just pisses Playboy. He strolls over. He's like, Tavis, and he puts his hand out to shake your hand. And as you put your hand out, you see that your hand is white.
Yeah. Captain.
You...
Captain, good to see you again. Sorry.
Good to see you. I didn't think I didn't expect to see you. I'll be honest, Tavis. I didn't expect you to come calling.
Hey, I've yeah. You know, I wasn't sure I was going to come calling myself. I've been through quite a bit in the brief time since we met, and started to reevaluate kind of what's important. If I listen, look, I've got a couple of friends here. You've got your crew on deck. It'd be nice if we could. Not that I'm trying to press you, but it'd be nice if we could talk in slightly more clandestine sort of quarters, if you wouldn't mind. I've got a few things to share with you that you might be interested in. A proposition, you might be able to help me. I might be able to help you, but kind of not for the broad deck kind of conversation. If you get me.
No. Okay. Well, follow me. And you don't go below deck. You go under the. You go into the door at the back, and you sort of come into a room that is quite lavish. There is bookshelves with like metal bars that go across to sort of keep them in place when sailing. There's a few of them in there. You can see that there's a large table. Across this table is scrolls, maps, each weighed down with different types of ornamental weights. You can see that there's a large latticed window in sections at the back, which just overlooks the rest of the bay. From this position, you can sort of see that there's another sort of smaller desk with a chair behind it. This was like there's a lot of decisions that get made in this room. You can see as well that on the walls there is various sort of like bits of paper with what look like to be like drawings of creatures, but are broken down into sections. So it's like it's almost like an exploded diagram of a particular like monster, or whether it be a dragon or whatever it would be. And then you can sort of see that next to it is like a human outline, almost like it was showing scale. Various things like that that are on the wall.
Okay, so who does he invite into there? Is it?
I take all three.
Okay.
I was coming anyway.
So, what brings you aboard?
Well, how openly would you like to discuss things? I'm really open with my compatriots here, Captain, and I'm quite happy to openly discuss anything that might be on the table in front of them. But if you'd rather keep things between us just for now, then I totally understand that as well. But
Well, Tavis, I don't know your friends, and I don't really know you. So why don't you tell me what you've come to discuss, and we shall discuss it and take it from there.
Well, for one, I've thought about your offer regarding joining your crew, as it were. And
Now, this is a fine turn up. Wow, this is really all of you, or just you, Tavis?
well, I think I'm, shall I say, best suited to possibly be a member of the crew here.
You not sure I understand your meaning, and he sort of looks nervous at the others. Yeah, but it's fascinating, isn't it? It's amazing. You know, you have a predicament. Sometimes, you know, the answer just falls right in your lap. It's marvelous. So you want to join the crew? That's great. What's is that it? Is that what you come to discuss?
It's more of more a case of I think this is I'll be straight. My compatriots here, they're in with me. We're bound pretty tight. My loyalty to them is greater than my loyalty to perhaps anything else in Faerun at the moment. So understand that conversations that we have will be shared. And if you're comfortable with that, then we can go ahead and have the whole conversation right now. And if not, you and I can go and talk in private, and that's totally at your discretion. So that's a quick decision for you to make if you can do, because I've got I'm pushed for time. I do need to discuss things with you. I do seek your help, support, guidance. I am very much willing to join your crew personally. I can't call that for my associates here, but I'd listen. You and me need to have a chat. We can bring these in, or we can't. I trust them. I understand why you wouldn't, and I understand why you wouldn't trust me. But I'm going to lay some things on the line, and maybe that'll help open some doors. So, and this might be a you and I conversation, but
Just for clarity, Isla's face right now is like when you kicked a ball over the neighbour's fence and you asked one of the people to go and knock on the door to ask for it back, and they're standing there, not asking the question that you've sent them to ask, giving them the that's my analogy.
So, what
Yeah,
question
as he's saying all this, you're no, you're not. I was going to say something else, but you weren't there. That's fine. Yeah, he's not getting to the point. I'm not certain I understand where this is going, Tavis. If you have something to say, you've brought your friends along. I'm sure that you have shared information in the past anyway. I'm not naive to it. I let you in it on my little secret. Speak openly. Put your proposition on the table. I am after crew. In fact, I am in... Well, I hate to use the word desperate before a negotiation. I really do. But I am in desperate need of crew.
Okay, well, my initial point in terms of the dancing around things is that I've kept your secret, even amongst my closest compatriots. And my initial thought was that fact would probably be worth something, but given we are where we are and time is what it is, yeah, this is the situation. Your interest in hoping to have Luscombe accepted as part of the Lord's Alliance. That was one of your significant goals from our last conversation. I might be able to help you with that.
Go on.
Obviously, that won't be without significant risk.
Always.
I and we have an associate who is part of the Lord's Alliance, and we fear strongly that he may have been murdered, executed. I didn't know him that well. Some of my party knew him better. So, trying to be sympathetic to that would be helpful. But there's been a fairly big plot going on, and a strange circumstance that's allowed us and enabled me to be part of it, to kind of understand what's going on or might be going on. There's been a plot within one of the noble families, the big noble houses of the city. For whatever reason, several years ago, they appear to have made a deal with Asmodeus.
Okay.
So, have you been aware of some long spoken about embezzled funds that belonged to the city of Waterdeep?
I wouldn't know what you're talking about, Tavis.
I take that as an absolute 100% yes. Okay. So they need those funds plus 99 innocent souls to bargain with this devil, this Lord of the Nine Hells, to try and bargain for the souls of the lives of their two children, who turn 9 years old, I think it is, today. Most of that is not your concern, really. I think, why would it be? Apart from, if you can really help the city of Waterdeep, then maybe the city of Waterdeep can help you, and gain you some favour with the Lord's Alliance, and gain Luscombe some favour with the Lord's Alliance. And if you're the ones who broke that deal, then who knows how far that could take you. We've gone some way to stopping this notable family from achieving their aim, and we're at the crunch time in terms of fixing it or stopping it happening or not. And they're the Castellantas. You heard of the Castellantas?
as you're saying this, he's sort of going around and he's sort of like doing that. It's almost like mindless pottering. He's tidying up a scroll here. He's moving a map on the table there. He eventually moves round and heads behind the large table to the chair, and he puts his feet up on top of the chair and he sort of steeples his fingers together as you're talking. Now, helping the city, that's... Please don't think ill of me, but the only person that I help is me. I'm not really concerned. However, you have piqued my interest because, well, I also got wind of money, of gold. Never Ember's gold within the city. To be honest, and I am being honest, I was going to use that gold to buy my way into the Lord's Alliance. I say my way, Luskan's way. Put Luskan on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Give us some standing. Start to change perceptions.
Sure.
And that money would have come in very... So, if the Castellancers didn't have the money, then, well, they're just shit out of luck, aren't they? And if I had the money, well, then I have the money. Do you have the money?
Do you think I'd be here on your ship asking for help if I had that money?
So, what is it you're asking?
I'm asking for support. It's not just. This isn't just about money, surely. You know that an entrance to the Lord's Alliance is not predicated solely on money. It takes a bit more than that. There's a huge crime about to be committed, and mate, I've approached you because, sorry, just a DM question. Just who's present right now in this conversation?
Just Sword and the three of you.
I'm just considering whether or not to refer to him as Jarl Axel, but we're all here. I won't do that. Yeah. So there's more than just money at stake here.
No. Not really.
Well, if a significant deed that would benefit the city can be completed, surely that's worth more than just gold. If your goal is to gain Luskan access and entrance to the Lord's Alliance, they'll be looking for more than just a financial contribution.
Stop. Waterdeep is a festering heap of power and corruption, which I don't mind. And wealth.
Yeah.
They've never had to fight for their way on the Sword Coast. They've never had to earn their keep. It's given to them. Little setback. I don't mind that.
Yeah, in fairness, Tavis, there's a deal to be made. Captain's orders after crew, maybe a favour. And to be honest with you, we're looking for one in return. We're looking for potential use of one of your ships to set up a potential little ambush, and then be on our merry way. And in that ambush, there may be a fine chance to take 2 of the lords of the city hostage, which may be good for you.
I like the chaos. really know why I should be involved in this just to earn myself a couple of deckhands. I can go into a tavern and get deckhands. You're not sailors.
We're more than deckhands, and more than sailors.
Well, let's place something on the table which is worthwhile. The city has a predicament that I don't care about. I'm about to sail to Luskan. Oh, what's going to happen? There's going to be a crisis. They're going to have to get the black staff out. And what? They can mop up their own spilt milk. What I care about is me, my own, Luskan, and finding some deckhands. You want to use one of my ships to ambush, and then what? Paint a target on my head? What are you offering? Really? Why are you even involved?
If you would like the opportunity to increase Luskan's reputation with a view to entering and being able to be part of the Lord's Alliance, is that right?
I'm after the bit that comes before that. I'm after the gold. Do the Castellances have the gold?
The Castellances surely have gold, yeah.
I'm sure they have gold. Do they have enough of it that I need? What do I stand to gain?
Let me rewind. The Castellances are about to rip off the city to the tune of near enough 1 million gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And you are in line to help us to stop that process.
No.
Well, you can if you agree.
No. What I want is the gold.
So you're
What I
not
want-
interested in making
What I
Luskan
want
part of
is
the Lord's
to
Alliance?
put the gold down and get Luskan into the Lord's Alliance. What it sounds like you want to trap the Castellances, offer those Castellances up to the city, and at which point everything returns to the city. I've done a good deed, we all sail off, I'm no better off. Here's my proposal.
Yes.
We don't do anything. I have just procured the most wonderful ship. In fact, I got it at quite a steal. In fact, it was half price. And I need deckhands. I am going to sail out of Waterdeep because there is nothing here for me.
Gaining Luskan access to the Lord's Alliance or party to the Lord's Alliance, then that's not.
Sorry, you think that they're going to turn around and say, "Thank you, deal, Captain Zord. You have provided us with the most curious of carnivals, and you've also managed to spoil the plans, the insidious plans of the Castellances. You are now in the Lord's Alliance." I'm not certain that's how it works.
Yeah, I think what Captain Zord, and correct me if I'm wrong, is trying to say is it doesn't matter whether we get involved in this issue with the Castellances or not. If we get involved and save the day, then we paint targets on our back. Someone replaces them and the city goes on as it is. If we do nothing, then the Black Staff, did you say?
The Black Staff. or one of the other 100 mages that are in this city.
We'll come along and wipe its arse anyway. So regardless of what happens, something will happen. People are going to die, and it doesn't matter what we do. The city's that corrupt. It's fucked. Is that about the sum of it?
I wouldn't trust this city as far as I could throw it. At some point you will outstay your welcome and become the villain of your own tale. It's what Waterdeep does. Now, I have to go and seek a fortune elsewhere because I was unable to procure that fortune in this city. There's a job there. More than a job. Especially for a man such as yourself, Tavis.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely open to any opportunities. And
So,
yeah,
you have tabled your offer. Now let me table mine. The ship that I have procured is just over there. And he points through the window. You just see this one sort of lonely ship that's just anchored up. And up there is the Rotten Apple. And she is my new ship. Like I said, I got it for a steal. Now, she needs a bit of work because the city haven't really, not really done anything with her since they confiscated it. I have a plan. Now, I need crew. Well, I need arms and legs and people that can do as they're told on board a ship. Because, well, either tonight or in the morning, I'm going to set sail. Now, the first job, well, that's the easy job. I say easy job. It's not the easiest place to get to. It's not the easiest place to, well, be on. If you get my meaning. However, I would like to set sail for the Moonshay Isles. There's one isle in particular. It's called Omin's Isle. You ever heard of it?
I haven't.
I'm going to assume that I have.
Roll a history check. Say history. Yeah. 19. You have most certainly heard of it. Well, on said Omin's Isle is the Iron Keep. In fact, it's the abandoned Iron Keep. But it's just the type of place that, I can get my boats nice and, ship-shape, if you will.
Who did you buy the boat off?
The city. Well, it confiscated it off some rogue by the name of Blackwood. And, having confiscated it, it was left to the city to auction off. Now, being as I didn't get the gold, I decided that I would maybe add another string to my bow. Anyway, my plan thereof is to, after being fitted and bracing the waters, is then to head over to Luskan itself. Now, my meagre fleet of 4 ships is nothing in comparison to, some of the more prestigious captains. Captain Kurth, for one. He has a mighty fleet. However, we will get there. So, what say you? Join the crew of the Sea Maidens Fair. The Sea Maidens Fair wants you.
Which chieftains wants you.
Tavis, is this a dead end?
It's a what? Sorry.
Time is ticking, Tavis.
I don't know, man. I'm lost.
It's quite the predicament.
I'm quite enticed by your offer, Zord. Like I don't mind doing that, but we're mixed up in something already here. You don't, so you've got no interest in helping this city, trying to get Luskan part of the Lord's Alliance. Like you don't believe me enough.
They are not going to allow the capture of nobles by me and my crew, and then turn around and say, "Oh, you saved the city. Be part of the Lord's Alliance." It doesn't quite work like that. And I need gold, a lot of it. And if I can't get it here, then I'm going to have to get it somewhere.
What if we had the gold?
Have you got the gold?
What if we did?
Roll a... Let's have a look. Yeah, roll deception.
With advantage.
Did Darrell say with advantage or with
No, because you've got the enhanced ability, haven't you?
19.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't think you've got it.
I mean, it's not even. Am I even deceiving him? We've got the gold.
Yeah, but I side-eye Tavis.
I need a little sidebar with my compadre. I'm not saying yes or no to anything, Zord. I just need to have a little conversation. You can understand this. This is business, okay?
Well, I'm not going to leave you alone in my office. So if you
I'm
would
not saying
like,
to be left alone.
if you would like to go
quiet
outside onto the deck and confer, then who am I to stop you?
Very gracious of you. Yes, we'd love to have a little conversation outside.
Yeah, slide outside.
This isn't going to fucking plan. I thought this guy was like going to be straight up wanting to help people and trying to like have an angle for himself, but he's not.
No, he has got an angle for himself. The angle he's got is money, and the angle that he wants is town and the Lord's Alliance. Now we know full well that going and taking on the Castlanters, who are High Lords of this city, could very well lead to us never being allowed into this city again. So I can fully understand from that perspective why he doesn't want us, or doesn't want to get involved with this. Now he makes some pretty valid points about the fact that regardless if we get involved or don't get involved, there's plenty of people in this city who will get involved. Now you've raised it to Blackstaff and co that, such and such is going on. Maybe he's right. Maybe the five of us can't do anything about it, and that's a conversation that we need to have ourselves between the five of us. But maybe we do escalate this to the factions that we're in. You know, I'm in the Harpers. I know that you're in the Grey Hands, and maybe the City Watch and the Magistar know about this as well. We're only 5 people. They've got a lot more power in this city. Maybe they turn a blind eye. Maybe they don't. I'm not comfortable about seeing 99 innocent souls and or 2 children lose their lives. But I also don't see how we can massively affect this at this moment in time. This is a big fish, and maybe it's something that we need to come back to at a late point in time to try and take this city down from inside. And maybe Zord and Luskan's the way to do it. As for the gold, I really don't think we should be mentioning that we've got that gold, and I make sure I say that super duper quiet while hiding my mouth. trying to, give it the old football there. Yeah, so they can't read lips. Yeah, it's not our gold, but equally we can't just give it away to someone who's got motives that we are not entirely sure of right now, other than he doesn't like this city.
Okay.
There's a sailor high up on the rigging, and he goes, "Someone say gold."
Yes, I like it. To be honest with you,
Okay.
he's made some pretty valid points, and he's made an interesting offer. I think he's talking about getting gold, and if that's what drives you, then maybe maybe there's some gold to be made. I'm all for I'm all for searching and going on explorations. The stuff that I need to be getting on with myself, and I won't find it in Waterdeep. So maybe we need to have a conversation with Thorin and Morthos and see what people actually think about this. Because if we're not getting help from Zord on this ship, we've got no other plan other than going headlong into the Lion's Den, and I don't know where that ends up. Because regardless of what they're doing, they've got status in the city. If we kill them, we're fucked.
Good. Yeah. Okay.
Big man, thoughts?
I think this is a bust. I think we need to leave, regroup, and then decide what the plan is, because I don't think Zord's going to help us. If I stay here too long, I'm going to burn that rotten apple down.
I don't know, guys. I tell you what. I don't want to burn my bridge with Zord, but he doesn't seem interested in helping us, or I believe that he can do. Or he's given us another option actually, and another offer out, and that's quite.
Right. Let's keep your mouth shut about the gold. Let's just find out what the T's and C's are around this with Zord, and then let's get the hell out of here.
But like this morning, we were like set for our plan. We were going to do it, whether or not we worked out with Zord. We're going to find another potential passage. We're still going to try and set up the Pathhunters. We're still doing that, or no?
Don't know. We'll go back and type with Thorin. Zord makes some valid points, to be fair to him. But we can't make this decision, just the three of us. We need to speak to Thorin on that as well. Right, go back in to see Zord and just say, Zord, listen, thank you very much for the offer. What are the terms and conditions? So I'm telling you,
as you
for one
as
thing.
you walk in, you're saying this, you slowly come to a stop in what you're saying, and you see that before you isn't the man that you left moments ago. What you see is a drow with earrings in one ear, sort of all going in a row. You see an eye patch across one eye. And he's handsome. His clothes aren't the clothes that you recognised. They are fashionable, but more conservative. A tighter cut. He's a slimmer build. And he's standing by the desk. Now, I thought on your return, if you did return, I was unsure whether you would, that I would drop all pretenses. So, here I am. My name is Jalaxel Bainray. I am the leader of the Bragan Dereth. You don't seem surprised. Okay. This is all a front. No more a carnival show than. Well, this city is wholesome.
True.
I have dropped my guys. Why don't you tell me what's really going on?
Well, Jarlaxle have been pretty close to straight up. There's this corrupt family within Waterdeep. They've made this deal with this devil, Asmodeus. This is what we understand. There's been forever this tale of embezzled gold. And they owe that to Asmodeus along with 99 souls. And there's going to be a party.
Just hold that thought. Well, just give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Who's Daryl now?
Yeah. Well, I know who you were saying he is, but why are we telling him now?
Tavis will tell him because he has trusted Tavis already and telling him his real identity.
So do not mention the gold.
No, I've not said that I've got the gold. I've not said that we've got the gold. I've said that the gold is part of it. He'll know that already because it's like a famous tale, isn't it? This gold. Everyone knows about it.
It's not the gold and 99 souls. It's
Yeah.
the gold
ore. Yeah.
No, it's both.
No, it's both.
Both.
Is it both?
Yeah,
It's
it's the
both.
gold. It's the gold and 99 souls, or he takes
The
their
two
children.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Otherwise, they'd just kill the people, wouldn't they? The gold wouldn't be a big issue. You just kill the 99 people.
Killing 99 people ain't no easy task.
No.
Depends how powerful you are, doesn't it?
It doesn't go unnoticed.
No, Blackwood did a good job in the Cop District.
Temporarily.
Yeah, so from my point of view, Jay, Tavis is willing to tell Zord because he's to a degree because he believes.
Does
Zord
Zord not exist?
No, it's just a facade.
Zord's not Zord. Zord is a facade.
But you didn't know that.
Yeah, I knew that. You didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, you did, Jay and Chris and Jimbo, but Negan and Thorin and
Yeah, you admitted that to Tavis last time they met.
Yeah. Ultimately, just need to make a decision. Meta perspective, if we're going to stay and do the castle answers and try and work that out, which just seems really sketchy, really.
I'm having a hard time with that because it feels like I want to resolve it, but it feels like I'm being pushed away from it.
I just don't know how to resolve it. That's the issue. Like in a manner that works within the laws of the city and the fact that they are lords of Waterdeep.
We need the backing of the city to execute it.
Yeah, it's like if anything, like it feels like at this moment in time we can't. Is that the way of doing it? By getting is the way to overcome it all to become the power of the city.
But is it all this has been about this? And then if we just sort of like sidestep it.
Yeah.
It's like playing a game. like playing the game and then just avoiding the final boss.
Yeah, or is it like playing the game when you encounter the final boss really early when you haven't got the power to kill the final boss? And the whole point is trying to find a way of getting back to the point where you're more powerful than. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's coming today.
Yeah, that's the thing.
There's a timeline
Clock-
on it, isn't there?
Yeah, the clock has been counting down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just got a little bit bumpy.
Feels, yeah, I'm struggling.
Some of it's just got a little bit bumpy, and it kind of is what it is.
Yeah, we're gonna need to get some sort of backing off somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I was actually desperate.
Yeah, no worries, dude, thank you.
Desperate for a bursteroni.
So, we were saying.
So, our plan was this. We were going to try and lure them out, lure the Catalans out. And with the hope of trying to get them and corner them and get them on a vulnerable basis to understand what they have, what it was that they were doing, to find out finally like what the situation was between them, what the deal that they had made, and seeing how the hell we could figure it out and not put people at risk from the city, innocent people from the city at risk. That's what we wanted to do. That was our idea. And we thought you might be able to help us with that. Just even if you just.
How well do you know the Castellances?
We don't know them very well. We
Have
know
you-
a lot of what they're up to.
Have
what
you
they're-
been to their villa? Have you met them in person?
We've seen them in person. We've not met them in person.
Do you know what they're capable of? Do you know how many guards they've got? Do you know how many people are in their cult? Do you know who is in their cult?
No. And
Well,
no.
the job of the Bragan Dereth is to know the answers to these questions.
Do you know the answers to these questions?
I know some.
Cool. Enlighten us.
Well, when you're knocking on the door to become a lord of this city, I mean a hidden lord, the secret lords,
The masked lord.
the masked lords,
Hmm.
then you have accomplished a lot and you have gained a lot of power. Victoro, he is quite a powerful magic user, shall we say.
Victoria Catlanter.
Mm-hmm. With a lot of friends. He has guards and servants. You're going to lure him out of his safe place. And who can you trust when you hand him over? Who do you know? Who do you know that he doesn't know?
I have contacts.
If you would like to use the ship, I would like the gold. Now, I paid 5,000 gold for that ship.
Okay.
On the type of gold that we're talking about, the sum total of what I know was in that vault. Well, it's quite a deal. Oh, if I help you bring the cast lads to justice, and you provide the gold, but I want no part in what you're doing, other than the ship.
How much gold are you talking?
The gold. I need the gold.
Be precise, otherwise things may get confused.
Whatever has come out of that vault, whatever he has acquired, that gold doesn't go to the city, it comes to me. And I leave on my ship with the gold. I will come back in the winter. And so I made my fortunes elsewhere and buy my way and Luskan into the Lord's Alliance. There has to be something in this trade for me. Tavis, you do understand that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I don't know how you think I know what he's accrued already or what gold is available.
I'm assuming that you don't know anything, Tavis. You don't know what you're up against. Where is the villa?
Castellanta's villa. That's where the party's being held, like.
Well, yeah, that's where they go to sleep and eat their breakfast and talk of the comings and goings of the city. I get that. But where is the villa?
Matt doesn't know if Tavis knows where that is.
You don't.
Villa's not hard to locate.
You can have the ship. If the ship is destroyed, I want recompense to its full cost, which was 10,000 gold. Don't make an enemy of me, Tavis. If you manage to bring him to justice, any of the gold is split with me.
So, yeah. Well, thank you for the offer. We'll be in touch.
Don't wait too long.
I'm going to leave.
I'll hang back as they leave.
He just stares at you.
So if it's just me, just let me know if there's a point where it's just me and sword.
No, you walking out.
I was just saying to Tavis, I'll give you a couple of minutes and walk out.
Thank you.
The door closes behind.
Yeah. I apologize if I've brought you a problem here. I thought we could do something quite cool together. I appreciate everything that you've told me, and I really want to spend more time. I really want to kind of join your crew and actually be part of it. Like you said, it's an opt-in, opt-out sort of situation. I'd like to do that. I'm a fish out of water. I've clearly politically got things massively wrong, but listen, that being said, I still want to say thank you, and yeah, I guess I apologize for having got the wrong end of the stick here. I thought we might be able to work a bit more closely together on this.
You've never been below, have you, Tavis?
No, you know that. I've told you that, right? Yeah, I don't know what it's like.
Below, we are the servants.
Yeah.
Up here, well, the men, they get the run around. Down below, you're put in a corner and you're told to be quiet because the matrons run everything. As a free Drow male, well, on the surface, out of the sun, it's as free as you can be. You have potential, Tavis. I'm not asking you to be a crew member. You can join my inner circle. I can show you how to find these things out. The subterfuge, the spycraft, the saboteur. These are all tools that I use. Maybe that's what you should be going to think about.
I do want that. I do want that, and that great understanding of where my heritage might be from, but I also need to address this problem in front of me right now.
Is it your problem? And that's my point. You know where I am. I will wait until dawn and I will set sail. You can make your way over to the rotten apple. However, damage incurred will incur a cost. And please don't think that won't be paid in full. It must.
Of course. Okay.
If I hear nothing in the morning, then I wish you all the well.
I have appreciated everything that you've said to me, all of your time, and I intend that our paths will cross again.
And just gives you a nod.
Back to join the rest of the gang.
Yeah, everyone's still outside on the deck.
Let's head back then, shall we?
What? Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So make our way back to the shore, Rooney.
Yeah. The rowing boat's at the bottom. You have to climb down the netting. But it's not long before you've got your feet back on firmer ground.
Cool. We'll make our way back to dry land, and then head back to the tavern unless anyone has got any objections to that.
Nope.
Guys, that did not go what? That did not go as I expected.
Yeah, fair.
What is the plan? What do you want to do? What are we going to do about this now?
So let's go back to Troll Skull and see Thorin, Morthos, let them know what's gone on and have a conversation.
As you, sorry.
What time are we at roughly at the moment?
Still in the morning, probably edging towards sort of 10:30, 11 o'clock.
What time does the party start?
Late afternoon.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Jimbo. Sorry, Thorin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head for that jewelry shop and I'll just inquire about the 2 platinum rings I'm short of.
Yeah, there's plenty of platinum type rings in there. There's some that have got stones in, some that haven't. There's a bit of an assortment, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll just get the 2 50 gold platinum rings that I need, and I'll ask him if there's any magical rings that he's got on there.
He's no magical. No, not that fine. It's you'd have to go further afield, I think, for that, or more specialised.
No problem.
areas.
It's always worth an ask.
No, hey, but if you need any more, then you let me know.
I will. Thank you for your business today. And I'll
Thank you.
leave and head back to Troll Skull and immediately start writing the ritual into the book.
Yeah, it's not long into. Well, there's a little while into that before you hear the door going and the others start to march in.
Alright guys, how did it go?
Not great. And I recount the whole story. Yeah, it feels like we're back at square zero. Sword's not willing to help in the sense of physically get involved. He'll loan us a ship, but if it works, we've got to give him a good chunk of the gold we found, which seems pointless because we could buy a ship for less and not own a slither of gold.
Or we could just fight them on the shore.
Yeah. He's saying that they're ridiculously powerful, with a lot of help in firepower, and that it's a festering pit of a city, and it will get cleaned up one way or another.
One way or another. After 100 people have died.
Yep.
You willing to let those 100 people die?
Nope.
Well, then we better figure it out, hadn't we?
Guys, yeah. I don't know what we do about it.
Well, he's not wrong. They are very powerful. And from the previous conversation we had with the magistrate, even criminal lords are protected. Can't do anything against them. So, the way I see it is, we need to get somebody's back in order to act. Somebody of import, whether it be the magistrate or the Grey Hands or whoever, Lord's Alliance maybe. But I mean, the Lord's Alliance might be worth speaking to, letting them know about
Did we ever
Sildar.
send a message to Sildar? I'll try and find him out.
Tried sending a message to Sildar, nothing happened, but it doesn't have a huge range on it.
Yeah, I can sort that out if you want me to speak to Sildar, see if he's still alive.
But even if we do that, I mean, it's definitely something that I can't say no to. It would be a huge relief to know that he's okay.
How about we just go and have the conversation with the Cathalanthers?
Well, that's the other thing. We could just go and see the Castellantas and be straight up with them and say, listen, we know what you're up to. We want to offer help. We know you've got a fight coming because you haven't got what you need.
I can even still walk up there
I mean,
as
The
Blackwood.
enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Zord said that Castellantas themselves are pretty powerful people.
Yeah, they're lords, aren't they?
No, but magically powerful.
No.
So it's not like they're not just your everyday citizen that doesn't have any abilities. So perhaps they're looking for a way out of their deal.
So is it worth me going in there as Blackwood or not?
I'm not sure it is. Not unless we're trying to infiltrate. If we're going to be straight up, we'd be straight up. And if we go there, I think we all go. That's the way I see it. But unless we've got somebody of import backing us, we can't fight them. Otherwise we'll get punished if we do. Failing that, our best hope is to stake out the party and try and stop people getting poisoned. Try and save those people. But But then,
I think that'll bring attention to us once
Yeah.
they know we're starting to move stuff. I think we just got to do the direct approach then. But once we do, and we put our cards on the table, that's when it'll all either kick off.
there's no going back at that point.
Nope. Can't put the put it back in the box once it's out.
Do we know anybody else from the Lord's Alliance other than Sildar?
He was the only one.
Yeah, I've met one. Yeah.
Jassel.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Chalister Silver, mate.
Jalister, yeah.
Jallister.
Do we know where to find Jalister? He was at one of the pubs that we went to, wasn't he?
He was in a market stall in the Great Market when you seen him.
I mean, there's no guarantee he's still there, but
No. I think if Isla can find out if Sildar's still alive, will be the first thing we need to find out. My gut feeling is telling me after everything that Blackwood's done that he's not.
do we find that out later? Is it worth Isla expending himself now for it? Or we might need Isla later.
Well, then I vote that we go. The Castellantas go from there.
I mean, we could still go and see Jalister, regardless of Sildar. We know we could just tell him that what Blackwood told us, that we haven't confirmed it, but
Let's see if we can find him. And again, time's not on our side now.
The party's approaching and we need to be there because we told Rosnar that we'd be there as well.
Yeah.
Can't let her down.
how far into writing this ritual am I?
How long does it normally take? Does it say?
It's 2 hours per level and it's level 2.
Yeah, I'd say you're about halfway.
Thorin, could I have one of the beads from that necklace? The necklace of fireballs, please.
Sure. I give him one of the beads. I also hand him the pearl. Here's your rings, Isla.
Cheers. I take one and put it on, and I flick the other one at Negan. And so do us a favour, mate. Stick that on. It could be helpful in the future.
Thank you, Thorin. Thank you. I still think all of our plans keep going to fucking shit, but I still think it'd be worthy for me to potentially be a man on the inside. We can keep in touch. I don't
Yeah,
know,
but
maybe it's
that's
too
an hour
late.
away.
Right, well I think in the meantime I want to get this finished. We can't do anything for another couple of hours, I don't think. I think in the meantime we could speak to Jalister, let him know what we know, if he's there, and then decide whether we're gonna go to the party to try and fight with them, or just try and save as many people as we can.
How far away is Troll Skull from where the party's going to be? How long does it take to get there?
You don't know where the villa is.
Oh,
It wouldn't be hard to find out. Frederick probably knows. Is Frederick there?
Frederick sort of pokes his head around. I think it's in a sea ward. Goes back to sorting stuff out.
Yeah, we've figured out the rough sort of layout of the city. We know roughly how far away the seaward is, don't we?
Well, sea ward's the next district to you.
That's not on the
Next ward.
station.
Yeah, so it's not too far
No.
away.
oh.
So I mean it's what, like 11 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah. The party's early afternoon.
I thought it was late afternoon.
Late afternoon.
Oh, late afternoon. Late afternoon.
Yeah, so let me finish doing this. Once I've done this, I can use it to try and see if we can get a greater work out a path to take. And then we'll see if Jalister's there, see if he has anything to say. I think that's the only way I see we can go from here without Zord's help. Zord pointed out some very good points. And what happened with the magistrate in Blackwood is proof of it, of what he was saying.
What? So we're saying it's pointless.
It's not
Pointless,
pointless,
isn't it?
it's just, it's very difficult to come out
Why don't we
okay.
just leave then? Why don't we, like, we can do it or we can't, right?
We can do it
Should
or
we
we
not
can't,
just go?
but 100 people are gonna die.
But are they? Because like the deal isn't there. The gold can't be made. Like, or do we just hang around and wait until the lunchtime and then try and stop it however we can physically, violently or whatever?
Yeah, wouldn't it be better to do that with assistance rather than on our own?
I don't know what either plan is. I don't know how either one looks like. I'm struggling. Who's offering us assistance?
Well, we don't know yet, that's the thing. So,
So nobody.
nobody right now, but we could go see Jalister and see if they're willing to help. See if we can have their back in to try and stop the Castellantas. If not, then we try and side with the Castellantas, and when Asmodeus comes for his souls,
At the end
help
of the day,
them prevent it.
we've asked help from the magistrate, and we've asked help from the Greyhounds.
But nobody's
So-
actually give us any concrete help, have they?
No. Which is
I
what
don't
Zord's
know
saying,
what
is
to
that
do.
you probably won't, because the lords, and it's a festering city that just looks after its own. But at the same time, if nothing gets done, the Castellantas don't have the money, then the likelihood is either 99 souls or 101 souls are all gonna be perished, two of which are two innocent kids, who are gonna be
Okay.
taken straight to hell by Asmodeus.
I have a proposal. I don't know how anything else is going to work. Just go to the Castellantas, knock on the door, and say, "This is what we know. This is what we have, or don't have. But this is what we know you don't have. What can you do about it?" And then we take it from there.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 hours to do this, so by all means go and do anything else in the meantime that might be of use.
I kind of have the feeling that I at least want to meet these people who are so important and integral to everything. I don't know who they are really. I've seen them at the race, but
I could actually do with someone going to the market for me, actually, because now I've been reading through this ritual spell. It needs some components that I haven't got.
Such as?
what like ask Frederick or what?
Specially marked sticks and bones, or similar tokens worth at least 25 gold.
I don't know what that means.
I think you maybe go to a fortune teller and buy something off them.
Right, okay, yeah.
Spell helps you see if your future actions are going to have a positive effect or a negative effect.
Yeah, we just
Oh,
need to
yeah.
know what we're doing.
I mean, it beats sitting here while I fill out this book anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'll go I'll head towards marketplace, see if we can find a fortune teller or something, so we get some
Yeah,
bones.
take 100 gold and just get 4 batches worth. I'll keep all of it.
Okay.
Okay, so who's going where?
I'm gonna go to the market or try and find someone who will sell me bones worth 25 gold that are specially marked. Or whatever the spell component requires.
Who's going with him?
I can go with him.
What's everyone else doing? What are you doing, Tavis?
Would I know where the Castellance's place was?
You know where the Sea Ward is.
I'm going to head to the Seaward, and I'm going to try and head towards where... I'm just going to go and try and head to where the Castellance's place is.
Okay.
Best of my knowledge, putting together whatever I know. That's what I'm going to try and do.
Okay. Yeah, so you head off in your separate ways. Thurin, you stay where you are with Morthos. As Lanegan, you manage to get a carriage quite quickly. Tavis, are you going on foot, or are you going to get a carriage and get close, or...
I'll get the carriage, try and get there as close as I can, as quick as I can.
Yeah, okay. Both journeys probably about the same. And just looking at the time for where we're at now, I think that's a good place to hold
Cool.
it.
Sweet.
Sweet. Cool.
Okie dokie.